when we look back and we go back in time in the Hedera ecosystem, there wasn't the Hedera token service originally, right? Hedera, the network, the only token available on Hedera early on was HBAR, right? And there wasn't really the ability to create a token, right? Like many of the tokens we see, and you could look at any of the meme coins, or you could also look at stuff like Dovu or Jam or Sauce or like whatever it might be. And so that was a really interesting time because there wasn't the ability to create a token on the Hedera network. And that includes NFTs. And then as time rolled on, Hedera launched the token service. And what that meant was people could then create tokens and they could create NFTs. And that kind of sparked an interesting moment in time again, because sure, we could create tokens, right? But we didn't have a DeFi ecosystem, right? We didn't have a decentralized exchange. We didn't have an easy way to trade those tokens amongst each other. And also too, there wasn't an NFT marketplace or anything like that. If people remember years ago in the ecosystem, if you wanted to, for example, trade NFTs, or if you wanted to trade tokens, you'd literally have to do, DM someone on Discord or Twitter, do a manual trade, right? Trusting that person. Or there were products launched by, Hashpack, like Secure Trade, that allowed you to do those like atomic transfers for different assets, like for NFTs and different things like that. So looking at the ecosystem from that respect, not a lot going on, but we did experience a huge bull market. HBAR went up, right, to 40, 50, 60 cents, depending on where you're at. Canadian dollars, 60, 70 cents, American, 40, 50 cents. But it was a huge ride up with not a whole lot going on. And then you look at Hedera right now, we've got DEXs, right? We've got those exchanges. We've got NFT marketplaces. We've got a plethora of coins and tokens, both meme coins and other things. And then also for different projects or utilities. And then we've got, a thriving NFT ecosystem with marketplaces. And we've got all these different things going on. So Hedera really is kind of like a different beast now. And when you think about it, you kind of pull back and you look at the crypto space as a whole. There's so many different catalysts happening right now to bring forth, what people call, the bull market as we know it. And you look at where Hedera is, and you also read the other headlines from like the enterprise side, from the foundation side, and you can definitely see so many different promising things happening. But I think what it boils down to for me is, what role are meme coins going to play? What role is this kind of like HTS market going to play in the growth of Hedera in this bull market? I mean, on the surface, you look at a DEX on Hedera and it's like, wow, it's so much faster, it's so much cheaper. It's a better, if we're speaking in DGen terms, it's a better casino. It's fast. The dopamine hits are, really hit hard. So, I mean, there's a very powerful, compelling case to be made for retail that want to gamble, And then on the enterprise side, we've talked about those value propositions. Hedera is just a very performant network. And sure, there are still things we need for the DeFi ecosystem, right? Like we need retail oracles, we need borrowing and lending, we need all sorts of different things. So we're at a really interesting time right now. And I think the HTS market, right? The Hedera token service market of these assets minted natively to Hedera that share all the same benefits of HBAR natively. There's this whole new market forming. And I think, I'm seeing the hashtag HTS used a lot. I think that it's going to be very interesting to see how people view this as a little market on its own. It's very interesting.